and welcome to Welspun Enterprises Limited Q1FY25 earnings conference call hosted by JM Financials. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need an assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vaibhav Shah from JM Financials. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Shah.
Yeah, thank you, Manav. On behalf of JM Financials, I welcome everybody to Q1FY25 earnings conference call of Welspun Enterprises Limited. I will now hand over the call to Mr. Salil Bawa, Group Head, Investor Relations of Welspun World. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of Welspun Enterprises Limited, I welcome all of you to the company's Q1FY2025 earnings call. Along with me, I have with us today Mr. Sandeep Garg, Managing Director, Welspun Enterprises Limited, Mr. Sauril Patel, Managing Director, Welspun Michigan Engineers Limited. I also have the CFO, Mr. Lalit Jain, and Siddharth Bhardwaj, who heads Investor Relations for Welspun Enterprises. We hope you have had a chance to review the investor presentation that we filed with the exchanges yesterday. The same is also available on the company's website. During today's discussion, we may be making references to this presentation. I request you all to take a moment to review the safe harbor statement in our presentation. As usual, we'll start the forum with the opening remarks by our leadership team, and then later on we'll open the floor for your questions. Once the call gets over, should you have any further queries that remain unanswered post the earnings call, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. With that, I would now like to hand over the floor to Mr. Sandeep Garg.
Thank you, Salil. And good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the Welspun Enterprises Q1 FY21 results conference call. I thank you all for being present today. I'm happy to share that we have made steady progress in execution across all our projects and our subsidiary Welspun Michigan in the concluding first quarter of fiscal 2025. This progress has led to growth of 28% on year-on-year basis in our consolidated income to rupees 960 crore against rupees 750 crore in Q1 of last year. That said, the momentum achieved in the first quarter gives me reasonable confidence that we will remain on track to our guided performance for the full year 2025 of rupees 4,000 crores on consolidated basis. We expect the EBITDA for the consolidated basis for the year FY25 will be in the ranges of 700 to 750 crores. Our subsidiary, Welspun Michigan Enterprise Limited, WMEL, has commenced FY25 on a strong note with revenue of rupees 144 crores, which is a jump of approximately 64% year-on-year. Sauril will share further details in his opening comments. Our standalone order book right now stands at rupees 11,600 crores, which includes rupees 3,700 crores of O&M. This healthy order book gives us the visibility for the future revenue. Our subsidiary, Welspun Michigan, has an opening order book of approximately rupees 1,500 crores, thus making our consolidated order book to about rupees 13,000 crores. Please note that the order book of 13,000 crores excludes EPC bids of about 2,000 crores across Welspun Enterprises and Welspun Michigan, where we have been shortlisted as L1 bidders. These L1 bids have not been included in the order book. We are hopeful that these will get awarded in the current quarter. To sum up, we have a healthy order book, which you all will appreciate offers clear revenue visibility over medium term. We are working to add around 4,000 to 5,000 crores of new orders in the current financial year, over and above the converting the L1 bids into order. These potential new orders will be across all verticals. We had created water vertical approximately 6 years back, and as on June 30th, 2024, close to 70% of our EPC order book is from water projects. This achievement is a testament to the vision of the company. The size and scale of our water portfolio, as well as the global collaborations and partnerships we are working with, give me immense confidence of what the future entails for this vertical. My confidence in the water sector is further enhanced by the Honorable Finance Minister's announcement that the central government, along with the states and multilateral development banks, will jointly promote water supply, sewage treatment plant, and solid waste management projects in 100 large cities through bankable projects. Within our transport vertical, in the road segment, we remain positive on potential opportunities through the new BOT toll structure. I am happy to note that the government is currently considering 8 road projects of rupees 50,000 crores on good basis. We will explore these bids, but at an overall level, this augurs well for strong balance sheet developers like us. On EPC and HAM, we will continue to be very selective with the projects that we bid for, both at NHAI and state government levels. It is close to 1 year of our acquisition of majority stake in WNEL. We have worked out joint strategies to target opportunities in tunneling that combine WEL and WMEL's capabilities to grow in this niche area. I feel immense pride in sharing that not only Welspun Enterprise has been recognized and certified as a great place to work by GPTW, but we have been recognized as the best in industry for construction and infrastructure. And also, we have been ranked at number 37 amongst India's top 100 great mid-sized workplaces. All the projects, namely Dharavi STP, UPJJM, Har Ghar Nal Se Jal scheme in water vertical, and Anta Simaria, Satanathapuram, Nagapattinam, and Varanasi Aurangabad road projects are running as per currently agreed schedules with the client. I would like to take a moment to brief that we have recently started Bhanduk Water Treatment Project. The project is to be designed and constructed within a period of 48 months from the notice to commence, which took place on 22nd July 2024. I would like to share that this project is unique in many ways. It is one of the largest water treatment plant currently being built around the world with a capacity of 2,000 MLD. This project is spread over a footprint of 16 acres approximately, which is the most efficient use of land area. I would also like to say that this project is critical for freshwater reliability for Mumbai region. We are happy to be associated with the project of this importance and also to be associated with world's most prominent water treatment company, that is Veolia, as technology provider. Happy to share that our pre-construction activities are progressing at a good pace. During the quarter, we continued with our efforts for development of oil and gas field blocks housed in the joint venture Adani Welspun Exploration Limited, and we had few meetings with the regulator for approval of our field development plan. Subject to the approval of the field development plan by government, our endeavor is to commence gas production by FY26-27. With this, I now hand over the call to Mr. Soren Patel, MD of Welspun Michigan Enterprise Limited.
Thank you, Sandeep, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to share that we started FY25 with revenue of rupees 144 crores, a year-over-year growth of 64%. This is the highest quarterly revenue ever, beating the rupees 141 crores of Q4 FY24. I am confident we will continue the momentum into the financial year. This performance has been consistent from a margin perspective. We have achieved a reporting EBITDA of 35 crores, translating to margin of 25%. Both our current projects as well as the potential new wins give me immense confidence of sustaining these margin levels. We have 17 projects which are spread across micro and segment tunneling, marine, pumping stations, rehabilitation of sewer lines and bridge construction. These combined projects give us an outstanding order book of approximately Indian rupees 1,500 crores, with another 170 crores of operations and maintenance. This order book is largely executable over the next 36 months. I must add here that I'm not including an order of 160 crores from MCGM to rehabilitate underground sewers using glass reinforced polymer liners, where Welspun Michigan is L1. We have been an engineering solution provider for urban infrastructure needs, which is a niche area, and we wish to operate in the specialized niched areas of tunneling and water rehabilitation projects on a larger scale. Our year-old association with Welspun Enterprises Limited has resulted in the opening of new avenues of EPC projects, and thus we see vastly larger opportunities ahead. These opportunities are both from new geographies due to Welspun Enterprises' wide reach, as well as new initiatives that we are evaluating, such as working with new technologies. I would like to share that our discussions with SmartOps on introduction of a new technology partnership in the water space is proceeding well. We will brief you as the relationships mature. Our order pipeline is healthy, and with the rollout of the new technologies that I mentioned, we retain our sights on projects worth Indian rupees 50,000 crores in the medium term. These projects will be bid on a selective basis, either directly by WMEL or through WEL. With this, I will close my remarks and hand the call to Lalit Jain, CFO of Welspun Enterprises Limited, for updates on the financials. Thank you. Over to you.
Good afternoon to everyone, and many thanks for being part of this call. As our MD shared on the contract basis, we have delivered rupees 960 crores of total income against 750 crores in Q1 FY24. which is a growth of 28% year-over-year. This marks the highest revenue for any fiscal first quarter. Our consolidated EBITDA is rupees 193 crore against 157 crore in Q1FY24, thus making 23% growth year-over-year. This EBITDA works to margin of 20.1%. Our consolidated profit after tax for the quarter is rupees 110 crore against rupees 93 crore in Q1FY24, which is a growth of 18% year-over-year. On a standalone basis, for Q1FY25, total income is rupees 776 crore and EBITDA is rupees 129 crore. We have a strong balance sheet as demonstrated by our net worth of rupees 2,600 crore. Also, we have a cash reserve of rupees 763 crore, which will allow us to grow the business to the next level. With this, we can open the forum for question and answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have our first question from the line of Parth Thakkar from JM Financials. Please go ahead.
Hi team. First question is...
Can you be a bit louder, please?
Hello, hi team. So my first question is on the guidance of capex on oil and gas segment.
Sorry, can you please put in louder?
Hello, can you hear me now? Yes, my first question is regarding the capex investment in the oil and gas segment, and also when can we start to see the revenue coming from it?
So, thank you. As I mentioned in my opening statement, currently the field development plan is under consideration at the regulator's end. The capex involved in the development will be decided once the field development plan is approved, and which we will share with you post the approval by the regulator. Also, hoping that the regulator approves this field development plan within a quarter, we expect the gas production to start in the FY 26-27. Exact periods will be known depending upon when the field development plan is approved.
Okay, thank you. And also one more question. Previous year, that is in FY24, we saw almost 48% spike in working capital days. So can you, in data days, so can you guide us, throw some light on that as well?
Can you repeat the question once again, please?
So can you guide us on the working capital number of days? Is it going to be same in that same range, or is it going to fluctuate?
Yeah, our working capital requirements would not change. They will be in the same range.
Okay, thank you. Those were my questions.
Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Amit Shah from Nuvama. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Congratulations on good set of numbers. So in extension, I also wanted to, get some light on the oil and gas section. So I was just going through the investors presentation where we have mentioned we are looking for an early monetization. So I just wanted to know, early means how far early? I mean, do we wait properly for the gas to be commercially produced, run it for a reasonable amount of time till the size grows, and then look for the monetization, or at what stage are we looking at monetization of the oil and gas thing? One. Also, I wanted to know what is the already investments made from the share of the Welspun exploration. I mean, only the Welspun part and not the Adani part. What is the kind of investment that we have already made?
Okay. So to answer the first question, if I understand correctly, your question is whether we are going to monetize it by way of producing the gas or before that. The answer to that question is that we will be in a position to assimilate this information or decide about it once the FDP is approved, so that there are reserves are stamped by the regulator and those are not in question, and then at that point in time we will see whether any strategic investor would be interested in this participating along with us. Failing which, we will produce the gas, and the gas is likely to be produced somewhere in the FY 26-27 range. So we will be open to both the ways of dealing with the business opportunity. However, the actual situation will emerge only post the FDP approval and the interest that the strategic players may have in that capacity. Coming to the question of what is our current investment, it is approximately on the books in the range of 450 odd crores.
That is only the Adani. That's only the Welspun part, right? And not the total AWEL.
That is correct. It is the Welspun Enterprises investment into Adani Welspun.
I get that. And just, sir, one more question. The Bhandup and the, Dharavi projects that we have won from the BMC, do we see any threat to the, upcoming BMC elections? Could there be any shake-up there possibly, if at all there is any change in the BMC thing,
See, I can't predict the election outcomes and their impacts. However, I can only assure you that these projects are well underway right now, and they are critical for the well-being of the Mumbai as a city. The sewage treatment plant is being monitored at the Supreme Court level, so I don't see any challenges taking place. And as I said in my opening statement, the Bhandup plant is critical for a fresh water supply reliability for the Mumbai as a overall city. So I do not expect any changes to impact any of these projects.
Great. That's great to hear, and I wish Welspun Enterprise a great run up ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask questions. We have our next question from the line of Pawan Kataria from Bullseye Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So congratulations on the good set of the number. My question was, in the opening note, you guided a revenue of 4,000 crores for FY25 and the EBITDA guidance of 750 crores, right? That puts up to the margin, operating margin of 18.5%, right? Is this right?
So let me reiterate. First of all, you're right on the numbers, but these are on a consolidated basis is all that I will clarify. And this is the reported EBITDA margin at a consolidated level.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask questions. We have our next question from the line of Nirav Shah from GC Holdings. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for the opportunities and decent revenue growth that we have seen. So just one question. In early June, sir, there was a media article regarding we settling our claim with IOC of close to 23-24 crores. So some reversals which we already provided for. So any update on that event, whether the booking has been done or the cash flow impact of that? If you can just share on that, please.
So yes, that has been accounted for as of now. The revenue has also come in. I mean, the cash flow has also come in. The money has been paid by IOC already to the company.
Okay. So the 747 crore of top line includes this amount, or this 24 crore is part of the 30 crore other income?
So part of it is the other income,
okay,
and the original value is part of the total the revenue.
Fair point.
Yeah, please.
Let Lalit explain it.
16 crore is in the operating revenue, and this 8 crore is other income. So totally we have received 23.67 crore rupees.
I just missed that number. So you said how much in the revenue?
Revenue is 15.95 crore in the revenue and 7.72 crore in the other income. Put together is 23.67 crore.
Got it. Great, sir. And on Michigan front, I mean, we maintain revenue growth guidance of in excess of 30%?
Yes, indeed. We can confirm that.
Okay, great. Thanks, sir. Bye. That's it from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Vishal Periwal from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so thanks for the opportunity.
Can you be louder? Can you be louder and clearer? We can't hear you.
Vishal.
Yeah, just like, is this better now?
Yeah, it is much better. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry for that. So MSRDC order, wherein we are L1, can you share some status on it in terms of when exactly the LOA could be received?
So we expect to convert this L1 status to order within this quarter. We will keep you posted as soon as this converts into an order.
Okay, so probably like just before the election, I mean, we are expecting the firm order will be there in RTP. That's what the guidance, or probably that's what you are hearing from even the ministry. That's fair to understand.
That is what we are hearing as an update, but that the intention is to award it within this quarter.
Okay. And second, on the oil and gas investment, is there any internal policy or threshold that we have that this is what we are looking at the maximum investment in this particular field and sector for us?
I think the guidance that we have for capital allocation is at least at a project level mid-teen returns, and this is what any capital allocation guideline is, and which will equally apply to the oil and gas, possibly a bit harsher than that. So this is what is the guideline. In terms of capital allocation, it's a board's prerogative. So at this point in time, till the time we can finalize the numbers per se as to what the investments will be, can't be specified right now.
Okay. And maybe just continuation. I think earlier the last quarter slide mentioned revenue recognition from 25-26 for oil and gas. In this slide we are seeing there's a slight change. So will it be possible to share like what exactly has moved this revenue recognition to maybe like the next year? Or
so the critical step in monetizing this is the approval of the field development plan. Now, since it has not been done till now, it is prudent for us to move it. As I said, specific timelines can be specified once the field development plan has been approved, and we know exactly what we will need to do to produce it.
Okay, fair enough. I just come back in the queue for more, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask questions. We have our next question from the line of Prateek Bhandari from Art Ventures. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Just a couple of questions from my end. What would be the order inflow for FY25?
So as I stated in my opening statement, we expect to convert these orders of 2,000 crores where we have declared L1 between Welspun Enterprises and WMEL within this quarter. In addition to this, we expect the orders to be booked across all verticals of between 4,000 to 5,000 crores.
All right. And as we, have been inching margins, higher margins in the Michigan, so where do we see the sustainable margins to be? Because we are already, quite progressive in Michigan in terms of margins. And what would be the top line by year end in Michigan and the margins?
Sorry.
So, hi, thanks. So I assume we have given guidance that there would be a 30% top line growth already on an earlier question and answer. So considering that, we expect our top line to end up anywhere between 550 and 650. And the EBITDA margins will be retained at a healthy level of between 21 and 23%.
All right. And one more question. Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello?
Mr. Prateek?
Hello?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So I wanted to understand as to what is the, project size of this Bhandup project?
In terms of design and build, it is somewhere close to 2,250 crores. And if we add the O&M, it is another 1,800 crores.
So approximately 4,200 crores?
Approximately, yes.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and one to ask questions. We have another question from the line of Sarvesh Gupta from Maximal Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Most of the questions have been answered, but just one bit, I think recently there has been this tax change for buyback, and some of the companies are expediting to meet the timelines. So given that we also carry a significant amount of cash in our balance sheet, are we thinking on those lines as well?
Not at this point in time, I can assure you, and we have a very good use for this capital. So we would want to grow the business. We do not think that we have come to a stage where that we need to return the capital. And as to clarify the point further, you would notice that we have already returned in last 7 years or something like about 55 rupees per share by way of buyback and dividend. So we have been respectful to the needs of the investors already, but I think there is a very good use of the capital that we have on our balance sheet.
Okay. And this, you also mentioned some 50,000 crore, if I'm not wrong, in BOT, and I think for WMEL some 15,000 crore or 50,000 crore. What was the pipeline numbers? I missed it.
So you got it right that currently today, if you were to see today's newspaper article, you would see that the center is considering today at the cabinet level 8 projects of about 50,000 crore value for BOT toll. And the number that we set between as a synergistic play that is available for us to play between us and Welspun Michigan is in the range of 50,000 crores. Their standalone play as well as our collective play is what is the pipeline is. We will, and I would want to add to this clarity that we are not going to bid for all of them. We will selectively bid. This is just the addressable market.
And what was that number for WMEL? They also mentioned a pipeline number which.
So on a standalone basis, on a standalone basis, if the synergies are not to be considered, his question is standalone. If synergies are not to be considered, then
it will be closer to the 20,000 crore mark, 15 to 20,000 crores as an addressable market.
Standalone on Welspun Michigan, it will be about 15 to 20,000 crores. Collectively, it will be about 50,000 crores.
And apart from these two segments, so on the core segment of water, are we seeing any order bookings to happen or potential for this year order booking?
Sure.
Though there we were getting very large sort of ticket sizes in the last two deals that we have won. So are we seeing something there?
Yeah, we surely are seeing. As I said in my opening statement, I see a lot of traction on water. And water, the guidance or the order pipeline is humongously big, but I see in a medium term anything between addressable market to be close to 60,000 crores. And we will chase large ticket item projects in the water segment, and we are very confident that we should be able to win a few of them.
Understood, sir. And just for clarification, this 750 crore EBITDA guidance for FY25, that would be including around 100 crores of other income, right?
Yeah. Everything included.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Vaibhav Shah from JM Financials. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So I had a couple of questions. So you mentioned the pipeline for BOT projects, and you mentioned that we are looking selectively for HAM and EPC as well. So what would be the current pipeline for those two, for HAM and EPC?
That's if the public domain information is correct, it's approximately about 1 lakh crores for a medium term. The guidance of the ministry is more than 2 lakh crores.
So they should be over and above the BOT pipeline you mentioned of 50,000 crores.
That is correct.
Okay, and sir, when do you expect the awarding to begin?
I think that it will start awarding. The NHAI would start awarding within this quarter, or latest in the Q3.
Okay, and sir, we were hearing that they are going to launch a new program under Vision 2047, and they might scrap the Bharatmala Pariyojana program. So any update on that? Have you heard something on that front?
Only from public domain, which is available to you as well as to me.
Achha, okay. And sir, secondly, on the MSRDC award, so we received an order of around 1930 odd crores. So did we do any renegotiations with the MSRDC, or they approached us for anything?
Yeah, they did approach us, and I would want to correct that the original information was 1864 crores, but I have reduced it to 1850 crores because of the negotiations that we have had with the MSRDC.
So our bid now stands at 1850 crores.
That is correct.
Okay, and sir, since we have done we have lowered the price, so does it impact the margins, or some scope also has changed, or scope remains the same?
So I do not think that it will impact our margins at all.
Okay, and what kind of margins we are targeting for this project?
So
Since it is an EPC project.
As I also always maintain, we work on mid-teen return, so this project is also expected to return the similar numbers.
Okay, and lastly, sir, so they have accepted they are fine with this number, 1850 crores, and the LOA should come now?
We expect, as I said, we expect it to convert this into an order within this quarter. So we are working towards that.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Those are my questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask questions. We have our next question from the line of Amit Shah from Nuvama. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. I'm back again for one of the questions. So just wanted to check, as we have net cash on the books, and the size, especially on the water segment, continues to remain robust. If we have, multiple wins, say, for example, are we ready to take a large amount of debts, maybe for, to grow several folds, maybe a few years from now? What are we targeting at? Are we looking something like 30, 40,000, 50,000 crores of size of order books? I mean, are we even geared for that? What is the outlook for a little longer term?
So on a longer term, see, as I said, we are not in a haste for anything. So whilst we will be open to opportunities, we would want to maintain a healthy balance sheet rather than a stretched balance sheet. So our decision making will be on the order book will depend upon our ability to grow up the organization. We want to be ready to deal with the opportunities in-house rather than just book the orders. Secondly, make sure that our balance sheet stays healthy and that the growth is sustainable. So these three principles we will apply to before we decide how much to grow.
Mm-hmm. So are we saying that we would look to grow only through the available cash and not take much of debt, even if there are opportunities? Is that the way forward?
So we are not averse to debt totally, but we want to see that there is no mismatch between the timings of the debt maturity versus the realization of revenue. So this is a more of a strategic question, and I think it will depend upon opportunity to opportunity that how we will deal with it. Difficult to answer at this point in time.
Perfect. I get that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be the last question for today, and I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Vaibhav Shah for closing comments.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for giving us the opportunity to host the call. Any closing remarks from your end?
Thank you, Vaibhav. I want to thank all participants for joining us on this call today, and I hope we have been able to address all your queries. We remain committed to creating value for our shareholders, and our focus is on delivering improved returns on equity and return on capital employed. I look forward to speaking to you once again in near future. Meanwhile, please feel free to reach out to our CFO or investor relations team for any questions or feedback. Thank you and good day.
Thank you. On behalf of JM Financials, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.